Hull City are unchanged for the 7th consecutive match, a contributing factor to their recent success. There are one or two connections with the Liverpool team. Ken Demange began his career in England there. Richard Jobson was at Watford with John Barnes. And Billy Askew has played with Peter Beardsley at Newcastle and with John Aldridge and Ray Houghton at Oxford. Keith Edwards goes into this round as the leading scorer in the FA Cup with 18 goals. He should have had to give best to Ian Rush, whose total is 22, but because of a knee injury, the Welsh international is not included in Kenny Dalglish's lineup. But Gary Gillespie is. He comes back after missing 23 games after a knee operation. The referee comes from Kendal in Cumbria.
And curiously, it's exactly 84 years to the day since these two teams first met. A match which Liverpool, who now attack the goal to our right, won by 6 goals to 2. Hull City have never managed a victory against Liverpool. It's Gary Gillespie, good to see him back. There's some speculation that Alex Watson would be included in Kenny Dalglish's lineup, but in fact Kenny has put him on the bench alongside Steve Staunton. Billy Askew. The previous round at Millwall, turning it on for 6 minutes, producing 2 fine goals, but in truth Millwall rather froze on the day. How will Hull City react here on their own pitch? Taken by Jobson. Askew. Roberts was just inside, well left by Edwards. Found Whitehurst. Really good atmosphere at Boothferry Park. And strong feelings in a positive way that their side will give Liverpool a good run. Payton, it's running a little unkindly, the goalkeeper does well. Payton's determination very nearly causing Hull a problem. Free kick is given against Whitehurst. Scored 4 goals this season, Whitehurst. Both have 4, with Edwards way ahead on 23, but Whitehurst has only been here since December. Up and under from Burrows. That's by Buckley. Nickel. Houghton. Roberts in front of him. Gillespie. Ablett and Grobbelaar in the Hull half. The shot is well wide from Steve McMahon, but he was allowed an awful lot of room. They all backed away from him. The distance he made, nobody goes for the challenge at all. They allowed him to hit the shot, which disappointingly from McMahon was well wide of the target. Well played by Gillespie, that was very difficult. France could have embarrassed him hugely, but it didn't. Beardsley. John Aldridge is up ahead. Houghton coming square. Barnes had the other way, but it was in the end comfortable for Neil Buckley. Whitehurst. Liverpool player down at the other end. And here's Edwards. It was Ray Houghton who came back, and they're not too happy on the Liverpool bench that play was allowed to continue. It's Gillespie who's down, and there was a hole in the centre of the defence. Shin bone is the problem, it would seem. See the player there prostrate, and Edwards able to get through, and good play by Ray Houghton. He's the probable substitute if needed. Alex Watson. Would be his first appearance for Liverpool outside London. Curiously, all his matches have been there, including one at Wembley in the Charity Shield. Watson will have to wait. Gillespie is to continue. Rather hobbling his way into the edge of the 6-yard area. Askew takes the corner. Grobbelaar goes for it, doesn't make it, and it was Buckley who came up and didn't get enough of it. Very good corner. Over Grobbelaar. Buckley is number 6. He just couldn't get it on target. Gillespie cannot continue. He's played barely 11 minutes before he's replaced now by Alec Watson. Barnes. McMahon. A lot of space for Beardsley. 4 in the area for Liverpool. One of them is Barnes, who scores with great ease. So much space there. And the disappointed goalkeeper looks on as the scorer is congratulated. There was so much room for Beardsley, was able to turn, pick his man, and the marking on Barnes was non-existent, as indeed it was on Aldridge, number 8, who celebrates as the ball goes in. Beardsley to Barnes, Liverpool lead, 15 minutes gone. John Barnes, it's his 6th goal of the season, and a really very, very comfortable header. Not too much support for Ian Hesford here. He was well beaten. Beardsley. Hull strike force up front and not seeing too much of the ball at this juncture. Brown's tackle. Came to the club from school. Beardsley. Houghton. Aldridge. Jobson didn't look! And he's very lucky to get away with it. Ray Houghton shot into the side netting. Really an awful back pass, and they've had a few problems at the back. Just didn't look, the Hull skipper. Goalkeeper was quickly to Ray Houghton, and Hull escaped. Good running by Burrows. Beardsley, Aldridge and Nicol in the area. It's a corner. He rarely sits down. He gets a pain in his back from that position. Most people would, but he's an exception in most things. Houghton. Beardsley, that was a good ball by Houghton, and that was very nearly a second goal for Liverpool by Aldridge. What a good ball by Houghton. Instant ball into Beardsley, and Aldridge was very unlucky. Aldridge was moving when defenders were standing still. Oh, lovely touch from Beardsley. Nicol to his right, two others forward. McMahon caught perhaps in three minds. Again, Hull give the ball away. Difficult enough to play Liverpool without giving them possession all the time. Played by Whitehurst. Askew. Good challenge by Beardsley. And Dalglish wants to throw, but he's wrong. Gentleman behind me encourages Dalglish to get back in his box and presumably close the lid. Demange. Jobson. Whitehurst. Roberts. And that worked well. Whitehurst. Well, apart from one corner, that was the first threat that Hull have posed, and certainly the best passing movement. Roberts' cross, Whitehurst's header. Free kick quickly taken from a few yards forward. Beardsley got a man over. Good clearance off the line by Jacobs. Askew. That last move by Hull has lifted the crowd again. Demange wants it forwards. Askew dwelling on the ball has allowed all bar two to come back for Liverpool. Roberts. Untimely slip, Whitehurst! It's in! Slip by Gary Ablett. And Whitehurst scores. And there aren't many still sitting at Boothferry Park. Contrast in the reactions of Whitehurst and Ablett. Ironic that it should be the man who has spent some time here on loan. Roberts' cross didn't look to be too much on until that slip, and it left Whitehurst to finish the move. It dribbled a bit, but it made it. 34 minutes gone, 1-1 the score. Whitehurst was already on the run, but the ball would have been cut out. Grobbelaar caught coming slightly late because of the slip. Whitehurst the scorer. And Dalglish now with something to think about. Nicol. It's well struck, but over. Good support from the travelling Liverpool contingent. Ablett. Barnes. Mistake by Nicky Brown, who dived in. Good covering header by the Hull City skipper. John Barnes will take the corner. Aldridge waiting. And it's over the top. Most hopeful pass that's been made by Liverpool. Hayden's got to be a bit quicker than that. Burrows. Oh, comfortably away. Left two for dead. Stopped by a third, but unfairly obstructed by Nicky Brown. David Burrows, who came in October to Liverpool from West Bromwich Albion after the injury to Gillespie. Three in the area. Number 12 is Alec Watson. Steve Nicol at the back. It's a useful throw out. Cleared the centre circle. Ablett. Controlled. Free kick against Aldridge. Askew hurt, but not making anything of it, which is good to see. Looking for the head of Whitehurst, and he found it. Edwards! Yes! They can't believe it. Almost the first time that Edwards has been in the match. He maintains his scoring sequence every match this season. And Hull, having been outclassed for the best part of half an hour, will go in at half-time with the lead. Askew's free kick, Whitehurst a good header, debate between two at the back, and Edwards made them pay. And we make it, there are 40 seconds left in the half, or at least there were when the goal was struck. Beautifully done by Askew, well met in front of the marker. Hesitation by Mulby, not by Edwards. Well, there was a good long stoppage for the injury to Gillespie. Burrows. Roberts hurling himself at the ball, and an offside decision. But it's not needed because it's half-time. And if you suddenly arrived at Boothferry Park, you would know which team is leading by the reaction the players are getting. But who would have thought that after John Barnes scored the opening goal, and there were two other opportunities in which Liverpool came so close. But the front two for Hull have had one chance apiece, and each took that chance for Hull City to lead by 2-1. So what does the second half hold now, after a really curious opening 45 minutes? I wonder which finds it more difficult to believe, Eddie Gray or Kenny Dalglish. Liverpool now attacking the goal to our left, and attack needs to be the operative word. Houghton. Barnes. It's a shooting chance here. I wonder whether, given our view, he would have struck that slightly earlier. McMahon. Eddie Gray giving the suggestion that he's told his men to get well behind the ball, particularly in the opening quarter of an hour this second half. Try and put doubts in Liverpool minds. Would be their intention. Houghton with the cross. They've got a man over. Barnes, but he was over his head. Edwards. Play by Ablett. Hasn't let the error upset him. Perfectly fair challenge. Aldridge. Nicol on the right side. Beardsley. Two waiting around the penalty spot. Barnes is over. Doesn't need the touch of Barnes. Aldridge has levelled the scores. Aldridge keeps up his scoring sequence. And it's back to 2-2. Good cross, and Aldridge got between the two defenders, and Barnes, who was unmarked, wasn't needed. 53 minutes. John Aldridge's 15th goal of the season. It's 2-2. And here's Beardsley. Aldridge coming up behind the play. Houghton gets the ball across. Attempted dummy, just didn't quite work. Pressure still on. Aldridge from McMahon. 3-2. 2 goals in under a minute from John Aldridge. And we don't need telling what it means to him, to the Liverpool supporters here and those back on Merseyside. They've righted the wrongs of the first half very quickly indeed. McMahon saw it so quickly, a powerful header and a good finish. One of those occasions when a dream has faded and died rather quickly. Johnson had to go forward. Roberts. Jacobs. Beardsley and Buckley. Support coming up. Feelings of apprehension in the crowd. Beardsley in possession. The opportunity to set it up again. Buckley staying off him and in the end winning out. Applause for the 20-year-old. Beardsley. Nickel. Barnes gets away from his marker again. McMahon wouldn't sit for him. Play by Steve McMahon. Wanted to try the shot, instead provides the cross. Demange. Roberts. Askew. Edwards inside. Whitehurst further forward. Nobody on the outside. Good collection by Grobbelaar. Roberts available. Forced into error by the challenge of Ray Houghton. It's a Hull throw though. Demange. Sort of wall past that. Roberts. And well to squeeze it through. Whitehurst did well to turn. Payton. Good piece of play. But the finish was somewhat awkward. Eddie Gray appeared in 3 cup finals with Leeds. Lost 2 and won 1. And the other fella knows all about those feelings too. Houghton has got away. 2 against 2. Cut out by Buckley. Roberts turned his back on it. Nickel. McMahon. Well struck by Beardsley, but just wide. Lots of possibilities there. Stumble by McMahon. Yes, he didn't take any time to swing, but was wide. Roberts. 7 players involved in this attack for Hull. All back bar 2 for Liverpool. Edwards tried to find Whitehurst. Appeal for offside, but the linesman's flag didn't go up. Beardsley picking up the pieces again. Liverpool. Interesting to see Hull City's approach, because there must be a fear. Would know that another goal would leave them for dead. And they themselves have to go and look for the equaliser. Well, there's no point at all. McMahon. Still McMahon. Bobbled a bit for him. Whitehurst. Brown. Whitehurst. A little bit late. Houghton. Roberts couldn't get there because of the referee. McMahon piling his way through again. Great tackle by Roberts. Edwards. Nicely spread out. Askew. Jacobs. It's good play this by Hull. Askew. Useful cross. Edwards! Payton! Corner. Best we've seen from Hull City in this half. Edwards didn't really get there, was away from Whitehurst. Payton's shot was blocked by the challenge of Burrows at the expense of the corner. Rather brushed off the head of Edwards and away from the lunge of Whitehurst. But signs that Hull are coming back again after being knocked to their knees at the start of the half. Barnes. Oh, could be a break here. Change of mind by Jacobs and McMahon. How spectacular that would have been. They broke out in numbers. And Jacobs was the only cover man, changed his mind. And with the goalkeeper off his line, McMahon went for the top corner. Didn't make it, but he was close. And Andy Saville get his chance to turn the match Hull's way again, replacing Andy Payton.
Andy Saville replacing Andy Payton. 12-7.
Askew, well played. Demange, Roberts, Brown available, everything now to his left. Brown, highest today, Whitehurst, came shoulder to shoulder, but the jump was a bit curious. Askew tried to give himself the room, and the free kick is Hull's way. Really, there are only 2 players on the pitch not involved in this free kick. Brown, who's in the centre circle, and Hesford, who's halfway inside his own half. Edwards, Roberts and Askew on the ball. Whitehurst poised for the run just right of the penalty spot, number 9. Buckley to come in from the back. Edwards with the shot. Eat and drink to Grobbler. Nickel. Lovely dummy by Beardsley. Houghton. Corner. Again, the short corner. Nickel. Aldridge. It's a corner. Came off Buckley. As Aldridge turned. Well, John Aldridge has done this season. And Ian Rush came back from Italy. Everybody expected that Aldridge would be on his way. Not a bit of it. Stayed to be the top scorer. Whitehurst underneath it. So was Barrows. Spectacular not working for Aldridge. Jobson. Nickel breaks. Aldridge for company. He's got 3 minutes left. The away day cop is celebrating the victory. Is it premature? Askew. Free kick. Everybody forward. Jobson and Buckley and Saville and Whitehurst, none of them given any chance with that free kick. Houghton looking for the break by Aldridge, who stayed onside. A chip too low. Good cover by Nickel. We're inside the last minute. Referee getting a signal from both his linesmen. A good challenge by Hull City, but the right side gained the victory. John Aldridge, 2 goals within a minute in the 53rd, end the hopes of Eddie Gray's team. And logic comes in the end to what was a very funny game early on. Liverpool's name will be in the hat for the draw for round 6, but they were given a good contest here by the second division side, which the crowd has obviously enjoyed. Hull City 2, Liverpool 3.